for competitive entrance exams? We understand that you might be putting a lot of effort into cracking these exams. But sometimes during preparation, we often take things lightly and miss some of the important things that can become a hurdle later. It is true that competitive entrance exams are not easy but even not impossible. You can crack the exams with your rigorous hard work and continuous effort. To crack these exams, you would need to hone a few skills that can help you get through these exams. In this video, we will deal with the hacks and tips for success in competitive entrance exams. The following mentioned are a few preparation tips for how to study for competitive exams. 1. Have a shorter study period. Don't keep your study period too long if you really want to excel in an exam. It is really better to break your study sessions than going into a marathon. The thing with marathons is that they can help you cover a lot of stuff at one go, but the downside is that it could really make you feel tired and frustrated. And that is something you should avoid if you are aiming to ace a competitive exam. Study for 2 hours straight. Take a 15 to 20 minutes break and then get back again. Taking breaks is really important. 2. Sync the timetable of your school with the home study schedule. Whenever you see your teacher covering a topic in class, make sure to cover it as soon as possible so that you can revise the topic from beforehand. Also, make sure to prepare the notes for revision. Whenever there is some test in your class, you should be prepared, and it is only possible if you memorize the questions, brush up diagrams, and learn them as well. 3. Plan your study time. Before you sit to study, make sure you have planned things accordingly. You should have a good idea of what you want to study and what you don't when you are preparing for an exam. Plan things ahead. Know what you are going to cover, on which day, and how you will be revising before your exam. It can really help you do well in an exam. People who plan from before are able to do much better than people who don't. 4. Take small breaks. Next, you must really remember to take a few small breaks. Taking breaks is very important. If you study too much at one go, you may not remember a thing during exams. If you are studying all morning, take some hours of during the evening and play a game or something. The whole point here is to study hard but not so hard that you can't cope with it. Make things simpler for yourself by doing the right stuff. 5. Drink some coffee. If you want to do well in an exam, you must remember to take care of the small things. 4. Example, drinking enough tea coffee. Now we don't mean you have to drink 4 cups of coffee a day. Make sure you drink 1 cup when you are trying to study and finish something important and you feel dizzy or tired instead. When it comes to tea, there are several options instead, such as herbal and green tea, that can actually refresh your mind and help you do much better during exams. 6. Keep yourself far away from distractions. This is one of the important tips for competitive exam or if you are getting ready for an exam. Remember that you should be far away from any sort of potential distraction when you are studying or getting ready for an exam. If the place you are studying has a lot of noise, then you should go somewhere there is peace. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by these petty things. They could really take up a whole lot of time. 7. Study during the early hours of the day. Another thing you can do is study during the early hours of the day, especially if the topics are difficult. The best time to study is in the morning itself. So make sure you have got enough sleep at night so that you can get up early and cover what's important. Sleeping is also very important if you are trying to get ready for a competitive exam. To be honest, it will help you remember a lot of stuff in the long run. 8. Don't study at odd times. When we say that you should not study at odd times, we mean you shouldn't be studying when you are sleepy. If you do that, it would actually become a huge waste of time. For example, people usually feel tired and exhausted an hour or two after having lunch. Some people can't study after a few hours post dinner. If that is one of you, then make sure you have a proper study schedule later. If there is a lot to cover, then you can simply prepare the notes from beforehand, get a nap or recharge yourself or something with a refreshing drink and then come back to study. It will definitely work. 9. Read the text thoroughly. Next, what you should do is read the text properly and thoroughly. If needed, read every chapter thrice. Make sure you have seen the headings, the introductory part properly, the subheading, etc. It will surely give you a good idea of what will be coming for your exam. 10. Remember the keywords. Second, what you should do is remember the keywords. For that, you can highlight them and whenever you are studying, keep them in mind. The keywords are very important and shall be needed when you are getting ready for an exam. 11. Save enough time for revision. When you are getting ready for an exam, don't forget to revise. It can really help you remember a lot of important stuff during exams. Make sure to revise at least 2 to 3 times before you sit for an exam. All of this matters a lot. So keep that in mind. 12. Use color for the books. Contrary to the popular idea, books that are neat always don't mean that you are an excellent student. It could look as if the books are unused. You should color the ideas in red. The dates can be kept in blue with the other facts in colors such as green or yellow. With these colors, you will actually be able to revise much better. When you color your books, you are able to remember things much faster. This is actually a very good strategy and one that can help you in the long run. 13. Get a proper diet. Exam time is usually very important. So make sure you have a proper diet prepared from beforehand so that you can be ready for the exam in the best way possible. A lot of you don't pay attention to the diet thinking it is not something to worry about during exams. But if we are very honest with you, then it matters a lot. Diet can really make or break things, so you have to be very careful about that. By proper diet, we mean eating enough protein, fats, and little bit of carbs. Drink enough water and don't forget to add vegetables to each meal. 14. Get enough exercise. Next, you should remember to give your body enough exercise. For those of you who do not know, exercising is really important and can actually take you a very long way. It is essential when you are getting ready for an exam. A month before the paper, you should make sure to get at least 45 minutes of exercise 4-5 times a week. It will keep your body stress-free and help you get ready for exams fast and easy. Those of who have tried this have been amazed at the benefits and we promise, so will you. 15. Don't be very social. Also, remember to be as less social as you can. Don't attend too many parties, have too many drinks with your friends, or do things that you shouldn't be doing. Spend that time on studying. Remember, every minute counts when you are getting ready for an exam because you really don't know what you might get. By that, we don't mean you should completely lock yourself up. But what we mean instead is be a little selfish and focus on yourself. Exams are important after all, and you need to be more into your books. 16. Don't study one tough subject after the other. One of the worst things you could do while preparing for an exam is studying one tough subject after the other. If you have been doing this for a while, then you will forget a lot of stuff during the exam. Do yourself a favor and don't study one tough subject with no gaps in between. If you are studying English, physics, and mathematics, then make sure to start off with math, then move on to English, and finally study physics. 17. Switch off your phone. Another important thing you must do is switch off your phone when you are studying. Also, keep yourself far away from social media around this time. Studying is important and so avoid checking any emails, seeing what's happening on Facebook or Twitter when you are studying. All of them can really waste your time and stop you from studying. And since you are expected to study a lot during competitive exams, please ensure you are not into social media until your exams are over. 18 and study hard. After giving you all these important points, we would like to remind you to study hard. Yes. Keep all of these points in mind and make sure you are studying enough. Don't distract yourself and pay complete attention to the study material. Working hard is extremely important if you are really planning on doing well in a particular exam. So make sure you are spending at least 6 to 7 hours on studying. And when you do, study solid. Don't waste a minute of your time. 19. Don't get stressed out. Finally, we would suggest you not to stress so much when it comes to getting ready for an exam. We realize how crucial it is for you to ace an exam. But if you want to do well, don't worry so much about it. Just study hard and do your best, and we promise good results will show. And most importantly, make sure to keep yourself healthy and fit during such times. Conclusion. With that, we would like to bring the post to a close. If you have enjoyed watching this video and found some benefit from it, do let us know in the comment box below. We would love to hear from you. Also, make sure you aren't getting too stressed like we have mentioned and make sure to follow all the points mentioned. If you can keep up with that, you can ace any competitive exam in the future. On that note, good luck and all the best.
Thanks for watching the video.